All right, when you see this shirt, you know shit's about to get real. Today I want to talk about a video that has honestly gone viral, and I'm not 100% sure anything's been done about this, but this is probably the most reckless thing I've ever seen done with a drone, and I figure, you know what? It's worth talking about. Let's get started. Because in Russ, what's good, everybody? Ken here. You're watching OriginaldoBo, and of course, the video I want to talk about is titled First Human Drone Transportation and Crash. This video is probably the stupidest thing I've ever seen done with a drone. And it was probably the most reckless thing that could have ever been done with a drone that I've ever seen on YouTube to date. So this guy has a DJI Agra. And if you're not familiar with what an Agra is, it is a drone that allows you to carry a payload to spray crops. It's basically fertilizing drones. It's a huge craft. It has a lot of props, and it's very, very powerful, super loud. The blades on this thing are huge. It's capable of handling an immense amount of weight. So let's go ahead and just watch this here, because this is, I still can't believe it just watching it, but he has what looks to be maybe his 7 or 8 year old son. Now his son is wearing a helmet. He can't weigh but maybe 50, 60 pounds soaking wet. And he's basically hanging from this drone as the father is operating it. It is probably the most reckless thing that I have ever seen done. I can't stress that enough. So he starts out flying it, you know, a little bit forward, and you know, not at much of a length, and the kids are super excited, right? Because, hey, dad's letting us hang from his drone. It's, how many of you can say you hung from your dad's drone? Sounds terrible. But they were super jazzed about it. He goes on to keep attempting this. The son's doing it. Dude, you did it once, you proved it can carry a human. You don't need to do it again. You don't need to do it again, but he continues doing it. And he's roughly about 1.5 feet, 3 feet. It looks like, is that a wolf? Do they have a wolf? Christ, they have a wolf. And it looks like he wants to take him over this fence. And I think he's actually going to go over the fence. So he actually clears the fence. The drone's getting a little sideways. Oh, shit. And it goes down. It goes down. The kid's okay. The kid's perfectly fine. Drone is not okay. Kid doesn't know how much danger he was actually in. Now these blades could have cut him, could have cut his arm, his spleen, anything. It's insane. Now this video currently right now has 877,000 views. Currently today, 10,000 likes and 2.3 thousand dislikes. Clearly people don't know shit about drones, and those 2.3 came from responsible drone pilots. But what were you thinking, dude? And I don't know why you would post this. Like, if you have an Agra, you should be smart enough to know that this was not something you would want to share with social media. It looks like you're in the middle of nowhere, so if you just sent your Agra in for repair, chances are nobody would have known this ever happened, but you decided you wanted to share this out to the world, so you're open to criticism at this point, the way I see it. Just crazy. And he has a disclaimer in there. This is his disclaimer. Do not ever attempt human transportation with an Agra T20. Children are always to act under responsible adult supervision. This video is not an endorsement for this type of behavior and should specifically be avoided at all costs. Why the fuck did you post it then? Because you know somebody's going to attempt this shit again. Well, maybe not, because an Agra is pretty expensive, but still. This disclaimer should have been running through your mind before you attempted this video, if you ask me. Now, to be fair, we've seen videos like this before, because if you remember a couple of years back, almost 4 years ago now, Casey Neistat was snowboarding behind a drone. And the kicker with that video, and something that wasn't stressed widely enough in his video, was one, he wasn't in the United States. So the drone laws in the country that he was doing this in were entirely different. 2, he had a really experienced team behind him to be able to do this. And 3, he had a rather large rope, and he was never actually fully airborne or in any immediate danger at any one time. And if you notice in that entire video, he was never directly beneath the craft. This kid was directly beneath the craft, and I can't help but think as a parent, this is probably the most irresponsible thing I've ever seen happen. Now, we all do stupid things with our drones. I'm just as guilty, but one thing I would never do is never put kids or anybody in danger when it comes to blades. I've been personally cut by a drone before. I've never been cut by FPV drones, or I've never been cut by anything bigger than a Phantom, but I can imagine that this would probably do some severe damage if it was the case. Now, I don't know, again, if this person was fined or ever spoken to by the FAA. At 876,000 views, I would imagine at some point somebody from the FAA would have had to have reached out to this person and found them. Now, he did go on in the comments to even throw a plug in there for the company who sold him the drone, fixed the drone as well, which is crazy. If you didn't let your kid hang from it, it probably would have never broke in the first place. But this is a really good point, that if you don't know what you're doing, don't do this type of shit with things, like especially large scale drones. As drones get larger, I think this is going to be something that we're going to see more of, irresponsible behavior like this. Anyways, that's it. That's my rant. I just wanted to, if you haven't seen this video, I'll link it down below. I hate to give it more attention, but you know, the vast majority of my audience, they're not going to do this type of thing. The vast majority of us are probably wanting to get our 107s, or you have your 107. If you didn't get your 107 yet, highly recommend you click the link in the description below for Pilot Institute and take the course that they offer there, because it is the simplest course. And quite honestly, even an idiot could get their 107 after passing and taking that course. I know this. I have Paul is taking the same course, and he's going to be getting his 107 in the next couple of weeks. I didn't say Paul's an idiot. That's not what I said. Don't put words in my mouth. But check the link in the description below. There's never been a better time to get your license and start making money with a drone. But to do that, you need your 107. So click the link, check out Pilot Institute, because it really is a super simple course. And there is even a money back guarantee if you fail, which is really hard if you put in the work. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Very alarming stuff. I was really shocked with this, but I'll see you in the next video. Stay original.
Could you give me a call, please, concerning the chicken? If you would like to come to pick it up, telephone number is 954.
Shush.
647.
Okay.
132. And another number is 9.
No, why do you keep giving me numbers? Stop giving me numbers. What is this chicken? What is this chicken? Good morning. Can you please give me a call concerning the chickens? I would like to have them. Hi, I saw your ad on Craigslist. Wanted to know if the 34 chickens are still available. If it is, what breed do you have? Good morning. I am interested in the chickens. Are they what? Are they egg-laying chickens? What the fuck? How many text messages? Oh, touche, little brother, touche. You got me. That's a good one. Chickens. Chickens.
I got the message, homie, ain't no flexing on me. My attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me. My successes only made them envious. They got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect. And I heard you know so-and-so. You not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so. They like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting good at my flow, been like butter. My check in the bank. They see the number. All of my haters.